Hi everyone, I just literally walked in from the movie theater. I wanted to have this whole Barbie thing in my mind fresh and raw to share with you. Really, it's not that big a deal. It was a lovely video with a sweet message. I would not have my sons watch it. It's mostly for girls and moms and women of all generations. It was much like the other movie I watched this week, The Miracle Club, also an intergenerational woman bonding, women supporting each other kind of movie. I really enjoyed it. It was not what I expected as far as I had a preconceived idea that it would be a lot like the Lego movie where boys and girls would enjoy it. I think this is definitely more of a girls movie. Lots of fun messages. If I were to say there were three big messages, one was about transcendence, like moving beyond your labels. I like that very much. Another one was about toxic masculinity, but I don't really subscribe to that. But it was, I think, mostly used as a tool for self-transformation of the women, the Barbies and women in the movie. I think the main characters were adorable. Ryan Gosling is super cute, although you can see that he has aged. Hello, so have I. His body, though, totally shredded. I don't know if it was some sort of AI superimposed effect, but his face and his eyes are sunken, so you can tell that he is 40, and maybe because he's so skinny for the strong, but you know, they have to lose weight to show the muscles. His eyes were really sunken and it made me almost worry about his health. As far as Robbie, she is gorgeous, perfect, funny looking feet, but that's okay. I shouldn't criticize. That is tacky. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that out. But you know, for somebody so perfect, her feet were not perfect, which is okay. She is just beautiful head to toe, gorgeous. And I think the Ken dolls were played with such beautiful innocence. I really enjoy that. So I thought it would be more like the Lego movie because of the appearance of the main Mattel guy, who is played by, I cannot remember his name, but he was the evil guy in the Lego movie. The sets were beautiful, so fantastic, so creative, like everything else. I thought that the movie did not take a political side, which I expected from Hollywood, and actually was quite palatable. Whether or not I would bring my 9-year-old, I don't have a 9-year-old, I have a 15-year-old. I would take my 15-year-old to see the movie, absolutely. But the child in the movie was supposed to be a tween, although she looked much older than that. There was some violence, but all really toy kind of violence, so I wasn't worried about that. Mostly, there were lots of sexualizations of the doll because, you know, it's Barbie, and I don't know if young kids would understand that or would even catch the jokes. There were lots of innuendo, but in the end it would always be quite innocent. But I didn't like that there was that much innuendo. I don't know that I would like to expose my 9-year-old to that much innuendo, but I'm fine with my 15-year-old, and I think the message would probably fall better on the shoulders of a 15-year-old, maybe a 14, better than, say, a 9-year-old. So, overall, would I recommend seeing the movie? Yes, it was fun. It's part of the American culture. We all grew up with it, even though my mom, God rest her soul, never let me have a Barbie. So obviously that might be the reason why I am wearing pink today, just as a rebellion, even though I'm 50 plus years old. Just funny how things like that turn into understandings of life. But my mom had a good head on her shoulders. She was a rebel before her time, and she just thought that girls at that time should not be playing with dolls. They should be playing with puzzles and toys that would make your mind work, which doll playing is a sort of role playing that you can actually grow and learn from. That's my personal opinion. Let me tell you a few things about Barbie now that I got the fresh out of my mind review of the movie. First of all, lovely flowers. I think you need to know a few little trivia facts before you go in order to enrich your experience. Let me talk about the music. I haven't done any research on the music, but several of the songs are very familiar, but I think they just changed the lyrics on some of them, and some of them they just let it be, but it was fun. I enjoyed the music. Definitely this content was created with millennials and Generation X in mind, I think, before anything else. Super cute. It was a cute movie. I went with a friend who is quite conservative, and she was absolutely comfortable with what came out of Hollywood, as she would put it. So, nice, happy, inspiring, embracing womanhood and what it is to be a woman, maybe? Okay, maybe I'm politicizing that. So let's not go down that way. There was a trans Barbie, which you can quite tell whether or not she was trans or just a really tall Barbie, but I think it was a trans Barbie. So trying to integrate reality and how we live nowadays, and I think I like that very much. So let me give you a few things about Barbie. Barbie was launched in 1959. The creator of Barbie, her name is Ruth Handler, who was inspired by watching her daughter play with paper dolls. How cute is that? And I don't know if you guys remember paper dolls. My mom let us play with paper dolls, which was so much fun, where you would remove the outfits and every doll had like a selection of outfits. I loved doing that. So that was fun. So her daughter's name was Barbara. So therefore she named the doll Barbie, and the Ken doll was named after her son Kenneth. The first Barbie doll wore a black and white striped swimsuit and had blonde hair pulled back in a ponytail, and she was about 11.5 inches tall. She was marketed as a teenage fashion doll, and the original cost was $3. Her full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts. Don't know the history behind that other than Barbara is the inventor's Ruth daughter's name, and she's from Wisconsin, a little town called Willows, which doesn't really exist. And over the decades, Barbie has been given an extensive wardrobe with a variety of outfits for different careers and activities. She actually was an astronaut before a man stepped on the moon, and she was a pilot, a doctor, a teacher. She has also had friends and family members introduced like Ken, Skipper, Midge, and you will see a character called Alan in the movie, and I haven't seen him. Barbie has remained relevant by always bringing in what's going on and adapting with time. Even the original exaggerated proportions have been updated to reflect more realistic body types. Her careers have expanded beyond traditional roles, and part of the movie's message has to do with that, which is saying it is okay to be a mom and choose to be a mom, which is fantastic. I would watch the movie just for the scene where this one character is explaining women and the challenges that we have. I really think that is worth the price of the ticket to go in. She has appeared in animated films, video games, web series. She has her own social media showcasing her lifestyle. 2.5 plus million followers on her little Instagram account right here. Over 1 billion dolls have been sold worldwide in over 150 countries, and she remains one of the most popular and recognizable toys in history. Totally Hair Barbie 1992 is the #1 sold Barbies of all time. They sold 10 million units worldwide, and she has hair all the way down to the floor. I wasn't the only one at the movie theater wearing pink. Most of us were, which is just adorable. It's a way to bring the community together. I talked to my niece in Brazil, and she says she's watching the movie tomorrow and she will be wearing pink. So my daughter is going to wear pink when she goes with her friends. They are all gonna pink out. So super cute. Which brings me to the Barbiecore element. Barbiecore has been around for a couple of years now, but mostly I think last summer it just kind of took off. Barbiecore started with the Valentino's Fall Winter 2022 show. Their creative director is Pier Paolo Piccioli. He sent the models down the runway decked out in monochrome hot pink looks, and the trend has been popularized by celebrities, including, of course, Margot Robbie, that has been showing up in every single PR, I'm sure there's a word for that, wearing cute little outfits, and they were all reproductions, remakings of Barbie actual outfits. Super cute. Next week, I will have a box full out pink and how to wear Barbiecore IRL. That means in real life, you ladies, if you don't know that. And the only reason I know it's because I have teenagers. There's lots of fun trivia in the movie that you will see. It's just enjoyable. Again, not for boys, unless your boy likes Barbies and plays with Barbies. Mostly it's a multi-generational women focused movie, if that makes any sense. Barbiecore also has been made super popular right now because of this resurgence of the early aughts fashion and its bright, sweet styles. Advertising dollars have gone to places like women video games, like Design Home. My teens, both boys and girls, have become quite aware of the Barbie Oppenheimer connection with their memes. Both movies are being released on the same day. They have a barrage of big ticket actors. Both are at the extreme polar ends of the darkness and lightness spectrum as far as subject is concerned. Both enterprises have characterized on this extremism, generating a buzz for a double feature. As Margot Robbie said, it's like having a steak dinner with ice cream for dessert. So what the memes really are showing is, all my kids keep saying, oh, you should go watch both movies on the same day. Both movies cater to polar opposite audiences, but I actually do want to watch Oppenheimer, so yeah, there, you got me. Which makes me wonder if advertising dollars are being used in some sort of surveillance capitalism to put ideas in my mind to actually go to both movies. If you don't know, surveillance capitalism is a concept in political economics which denotes the widespread collection of personal data by corporations. So what they do is they take your, say, location tracking, your search history, your contacts, your browsing history, biometric data, when you go to sleep, when you wake up, and often use that information to create lists that goes on to be sold to corporations that can use that data input and turn it into a profit. For the past 2 weeks, I have been seeing doll houses in my video game that I play called home design, and I've been playing it for years, never had a dollhouse, and here we are. So I hope you enjoyed my little overview of the movie. I didn't want to go into too many details because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. It is quite entertaining. I would say go. I would think about taking a young child, maybe between the ages of 9 and 12, because they are aware of sexuality. I think there is way more sexual themes in it than should be in there, even though they were all dealt with quite innocently. There was a bad word said in the movie, but it was bleeped, so it was kind of cute. Actually, for an adult, it was absolutely a fantastic movie to watch. I had fun. Say that if I were to compare, and if you have seen The Miracle Club and Barbie, complete opposites, I would say their message is pretty similar, and it is a great message to have nowadays. Barbiecore IRL for you next week. Tune in, subscribe. Bye.